how to catch a Therizino. Actually, we're gonna catch two of them, but spoiler alert, right? So um, you're gonna see it's if you do these steps like I'm doing in the video, it's going to be really easy for you to capture some very crazy powerful dinosaurs for any stage of the game. You can pretty much do this once you have the raft constructed, and you will probably need a flying creature to spot the location where this mighty beast lives, right, on your build. It's gonna be easier for you to travel the island if you have a flying creature while you are doing this. Scouting is very important to do in the game, especially if you want to increase the power of your little army, okay? And obviously, Therizinos are really powerful creatures, but they are very aggressive. So you need to pay attention. The trap is going to be the same as before, the one that I have on the boat. This is why I like to create these kind of traps, because it's easy to reuse them, right? So I'm going to make it come to me by attacking it. The creature is gonna go inside the trap, as you can see. Therizinos can use this kind of gates. Okay, so now the creature is trapped on my boat. Be very careful that they can and they will destroy your raft. So you need to be quick and up your feet and to try and trank it really, really fast. Otherwise, with those mighty claws, it's going to find a way to damage directly your raft. Especially now with the latest builds where they kind of fixed the way you used to be able to trick building on top of rafts. Now there are empty spots, and this creature can actually damage the boat, as you can see. So I'm taking quite a lot of damage to my raft, which is very painful, because if the raft goes, everything that I have on top of it, my forges, my smithy, everything that I have in there are going to be destroyed as well. So it is a little bit dangerous, not gonna lie about it, but this is the best way to do it, alright? So the Therizino is pretty much knocked out already, but as I said, you have to be fast in tranking it. It's already trying to escape. That means the torpor is really up. Just a couple of arrows and that's going to do it, okay? Also, you can use your flying creature to try and kite the creature towards your trap. That's the best way to do it, especially with a bigger and more dangerous creature on the island, right? So now we are assessing the damage. We see that it did quite a lot damage to our raft. I can't start taming it right away because food didn't go down enough, and these guys take a lot of time to tame, especially if you don't have special kibbles, and we're not using any special kibbles. I hate doing kibbles for taming. I think it's a waste of time, actually. I will rather enjoy the game than cooking stuff, which is annoying. So while the creature is starving, I'm just gonna pick up what resources I need, and I'm going to start fixing the damage this Therizino did to my raft, okay? And also probably I'm going to try to repair my my clothes, right? My armor. Very important to have armor on, always. If I wouldn't have had armor, this Therizino would have killed me like in 3 attacks. Okay, so be careful. It's not hard to tame them, but it can be dangerous. So just follow the way I'm doing stuff in this video, and you'll be fine. You're gonna increase your army with some very, very powerful dinos that are going to be really, really useful for you in the long run, okay? Now, the benefits of Therizinosaurus are that it's a fast attacker. although it regenerates HP quite slow because it's not a carnivorous beast, it's a herbivore, right? So herbivores, you cannot force feed them, or you can, but to no effect, right? HP is not going to grow faster if you force feed herbivores. Okay, another drop in frames there. This is starting to be a little bit annoying, especially when I'm trying to do some things fast. And I'm also, while it's starving, I'm basically rebuilding the arrows that I lost. That's also important for you to do because yeah, you're gonna need to stay stocked up on arrows and trank arrows, because you never know when another opportunity comes for you to tame something. Okay, the creature is starving. There's no way I'm going to waste the time without doing other stuff in the meanwhile, right? So repairing my broken things and restocking on arrows is the best way to spend the time. Also, try to sleep as much as the game permits it, because this is going to allow passage of time quicker, and you're basically not going to go insane waiting for it to starve. Okay, so yeah, always have mojo berries at hand. They are very useful. You can feed on them, and also you can tame herbivores with it. This way, you won't need to spend time into cooking meat. We will cook meat to have on us for caving, and we're gonna start eventually do caves. But for the time being, it's enough just to have mojo berries at you. All right, on you, on your character. So didn't let it to starve just enough, and that's going to be painful. But I am going to be able to reduce the taming time by half. Right now, as you can see, it's gaining food quite fast. It's quite annoying, to be honest. If only you could regain food so fast like this creature does, right? But hey, this is the way the game has been built, right? So we have reduced the time pretty much in half by doing this. It's going to take a lot of narcotics to keep it under, to keep it sleepy. So in order for me to do that while the creature is taming, I am going to go and harvest for narcotics, and I'm going to harvest for more mojo berries, and I'm constantly going to create more narcotics on my boat while the creature is taming. Again, do this and you will be fine. All right. It's always in handy to have your little flying creature next to you. Put it on neutral, order it to stop movement, and it's going to be a docile little aircraft carrier, right? For you to move around faster on the island. So the best berry harvester that I have right now, it's the stoner, right? Although its main function is to harvest metal, it's very, very good at harvesting berries as well. Obviously, you could go for a bigger herbivore to do that, but right now, it really suits the needs for this game phase. No need to go trying to catch a Bronto or something like that. It's not really needed at this point in time, so don't worry about it. Just use the stoner, harvest metal, harvest stone, harvest berries with it. You can also harvest some wood and some thatch with it, and you're going to be just okay in the game. Also, has a pretty devastating attack with that tails swing, so yeah, an overall pretty good creature. Of course, I wouldn't go hunt, big carnivore creatures with the stoner, but still, and he's quite a good swimmer, as you are going to see in the next sequences that I managed to capture on film for you. Don't go attacking Triceratops. They will mess you up. They have quite the knockback effect, okay? So now at this point, I harvested a lot of berries and I have a lot of narcotics, and I'm still creating narcotics. Also, because I had the stoner with me, I'm also able to. I was able to harvest some more metal, right? So now, just to kill some time, I'm going to attack everything that's next to me, next to my raft. Herbivore, carnivore, doesn't matter. I'm going to raise some levels into my circle because unfortunately I lost the other one trying to hunt a shark. And the stupidest way to waste a perfectly good circle is to lose it underwater to some of those squids, right? They short circuited and it died underwater. I didn't even catch it on film, basically. It was so fast. So, yeah, you have to be careful underwater. It's a scary, scary place to be in this game. So, pretty close to getting it tamed now. Maybe one of the hardest things to tame, but still you can, well, do a good job if you follow these steps. All right. So again, narcotics, berries, waiting time. Narcotics, berries, waiting time. Kill the time by harvesting something else. Play with your other tames. Go harvest metal. Go harvest berries. Go harvest wood. Kill a bunch of stuff just to so the time can pass a little bit faster. Okay. And obviously, this is going to help you in the in the long run of the gameplay, because you're going to be able to have a lot of stuff prepared for your next action, right? Your next tame, your next build, and so on. Okay, so as you can see, it actually sweeps everything around him, and basically, I don't see a point in me having a Bronto at this point. And the Terry is almost ours. It took about 300 narcotics to get it tamed because I wasn't able to keep it. Well, let's put it this way. If this Terry wouldn't have attacked my raft, I would have carried to some other place, slept overnight. The creature would be starving at that point, start attacking it with trank arrows, and then the process would be much faster. But because this creature in particular choose to attack my raft directly, I had to take immediate action so I don't lose everything, right? So now I'm going to build this crazy ascendant long neck. It's going to help me in doing some hunting later on. I'm not just yet at the level to create trank darts, but that's going to come pretty fast. All right. So now I have a crazy long-range weapon that I'm going to use to hunt more difficult things to catch, basically. All right. So, and to kill, to protect myself. Now this is the second Terry that I found pretty much in the same spot. Seems I have found a spawning place for them. Again, it's attacking my raft, but this time I was able to sleep overnight, so it's going to take even less time to tame it after I trank it down. Again, it takes somewhere between 20 and 50 arrows to trank a Therizino. This one is level 100, so it's going to take 50 trank arrows. I'm not aiming for the head because my crossbow is quite heavy, has quite an attack on it, so I don't want to kill it before tranking it, okay? Important to remember that thing also. Right, so a lot of trank arrows here, but that's not a problem. I can always create more pretty easily and pretty fast. Don't be scarce on using trank arrows. Go ahead and trank it. Okay. A little problem here. It was able to escape from my trap. So now I will have to chase it around in the wilderness. This can happen because the polygons on the raft are not intertwining with the rest of the polygons in the game. Okay, I've tried explaining this a couple of times now. So basically, I was able to catch it on the shore there. I put the raft next to it. I'm going to feed it some berries because it was starving. It's going to take a lot less time than the last one I tamed. And obviously, I'm going to be on the lookout for any dangerous creatures that are around me. Basically, when you're taming something, the game is going to send all the carnivorous animals towards that location. So you need to be careful. This is quite a quiet place here. From time to time, you might get a sarco spawned, or maybe even a baryonyx spawned in this place. But as long as you're careful for the delos, you shouldn't be worried about anything else. Those are rare occasions when you get something big in this place that could actually be perilous for you. All right, so it's taking quite a little bit of time this time around. Always try to starve the creature before you start taming it, and you're going to be perfectly fine, and you're going to have a new tame to help you battle something even bigger in the future. Who knows, right? Meanwhile, I'm also repairing my boat, repairing my dinosaur gates to have the raft ready for the next tame, obviously. Okay, so they can do a lot of damage to anything that is using wood, right? So any type of constructions, buildings that you might created are made of wood, they will take a lot of damage, including the smithy. So be careful. Sometimes, because of that thing with the polygons that I tried explaining earlier, you're gonna get problems with the smithy, with the forges that are inside the raft. You might consider them to be safe, but they're not. So pretty much big creatures like the Theri, like let's see, what else could you get? An Allosaur or a Carno. These are big creatures, and the polygons, their hitbox basically go between the polygons of the raft. So be careful about that. Okay. So we have it tamed. He's level 147, I think. Yeah. A lot of HP there, a lot of attack force. Melee damage on these things are close to 400%. Out of, if you look into the Dodo decks, you'll see that's the calculus. It's quite rapid, and it's composed of HP, movement speed, and the attack equivalent, right? The percentage that you see there. So it has quite a lot of attack damage. All right. Somehow she was able to jump on top of the boat there. That's a scary thing for me. I think in the future I'm going to increase that wall by 1, just to make sure that nothing like this happens when I'm trying to tame something. And look at my Sarko, is trying to eat one of the hot dogs. Bad boy, don't do that. I need those for increasing experience. So now that we have basically tamed 2 very powerful soldiers for our little army there, I'm now looking for resources. And while I was strolling to the swamp a little bit, I've seen this Carno. This is a good opportunity for me, even if it's not a big level, it's still a Carno, it's a level 50. If I could tame it, that would give me a couple of levels extra, and probably it would turn out to be a level 65 Carno. Now, I don't know exactly why he went into the boat, as it supposed to, but after that decided to get on top of the boat. Again, a big problem when you're trying to tame something, right? So it get on top of the boat. I need to be careful about that. So I look at it. It's just, it seems to be stuck right now, right? So I said to myself, let's try to get this opportunity and start tranking it out. Everything seemed to go well, But for some reason, it was able to get outside of the boat. And I don't know what's wrong with Carnos in this build. They're so stupid. They always run towards water. I can't explain this. So obviously it's going to die. It's underwater right now. It's losing oxygen. Nothing for me to do. I lost another Carno. Is the second one in this build, in this gameplay. It really upsets me, but there's nothing you can do at this point, okay? The creature is underwater. It's gonna die. Don't feed it. It's useless. It's wasting. It's losing HP too fast, and basically you're gonna not be able to tame it in that time, okay? The best I can do is harvest it and move on to something else. All right. Good. So we tried. For the time being, Carnos are kind of elusive to us. I did find some more cementing paste and some more pearls. Very needed for future things that I'm going to build. And of course, another beaver is attacking me. I will have to kill it. And I will do that right now. Although this is the saddest thing you can do in this game, killing beavers. I hate it, but you have to do it, otherwise they will destroy your boat. Okay? But then again, a lot of cementing paste I was able to gather from these giant beaver dams. And you should keep an eye for these, because they are a good place to collect resources that you cannot really craft at this stage of the game, right? So you can only gather them from these places. Yeah. I always look for giant beaver dams. Also, the beaver itself, when you kill it and then harvest it, is going to give you pelt or fur, right? So you're going to be using that to create garments for where you are going to the Arctic biome, right? The snow biome. And that time is going to come in very, very soon. So now I'm on the other side of my little reef there, close to the swamp, and I see some pretty nasties in here. There's two of these spawned in here. They're not a huge level, but I better back off because I can't really deal with two of them in the same time. So backing off, getting outside of their reach, their aggro area. And I need to protect myself basically here, because it's quite dangerous to get tracked here. In theory, using this long neck, I could kill them both, but I don't know if I can do it in time. They are pretty fast. All right. And also looking on the shore there, I'm gonna notice something very interesting, dangerous but interesting, and that is on that little island there's an Alpha Raptor that will give me a lot of experience and also a lot of cool items if I can kill it, which I'm planning to do. And you're gonna see it in the next episode, of course, because this one is long enough, I would say. Right. So in this episode, I think I showed you how to catch and tame Therizinos, which are pretty huge wins for us and for any one of you which is going to try to play this game. So bye bye.